report, or we need to do it in other format for the thesis? Means abstract and all these things, means report, conclusion and bibliography, all these things we have to put in the report. So are you doing it in the same format?
Yeah, actually, we have the sample of the research papers available. No, whatever we referred, we have put it. So we had to prepare in that almost in that format. Or if you can go to
Mm-hmm.
IEEE and those, no, they will mention some format there. We had to put it in that format. Generally, this
Mm-hmm.
IEEE format is accepted in most of the places. Maybe like 80%
Okay.
is almost that standard, and 20% maybe there is some we have to modify it. So maybe Manasa will explain because she already sent to I think 5-10 places. She's
Okay.
yeah. Let's invite Manasa. Yeah, hi Manasa.
Yeah, hi. Hi all. Sorry I got a little late. I was having some trouble while connecting.
No problem.
No problem.
Okay, so I think Manoj was giving an overview. So, yeah, actually, even I have just submitted, along with my evaluator's help, like he had also insisted me to like look for some journals and publish it there. So initially, before publishing anywhere, I think the first step is to, like most of the journals will accept the IEEE template only. So you can just outline it in the same. I mean, a report is very exhaustive. So whatever we have to publish in the research paper should be lesser than the report. It could be just like 8 to 10 pages maximum, including all the introduction, abstract, references, methods, conclusions, and results. So if you check for the IEEE template, right, it will clearly list down abstract should be within 300 words, introduction should be with 1,000 words, and all those. So in those words, like you can summarize your thesis report and prepare a
So
research paper.
from
Yeah,
where do I get the IEEE format? Means is it available online, or means
yeah, it is
IEEE?
available online.
We need to log into IEEE, or means where we need to create an account? Is it?
No, in general, if you just look for IEEE research paper template, no, you will get it.
Okay, okay. If anyone is having, means please share it with means any one research paper, any one by paper in the group, so that one can get a overview of that.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, okay. Thanks a lot. Please, any sample paper from IEEE.
Yeah, yeah, okay. There
Okay.
was also one website I found. I'm just trying to quickly look for that website. So actually, you can just prepare everything and upload in that website, and you can
Mm-hmm.
select the format because IEEE has this two-column format if you've seen, and this elsewise and Science Direct, all those, it has like single column format. So that website actually, if you just upload the document, right, it will format it to the desired template which we want.
Okay,
I
okay.
just
That's
don't
wonderful.
recall that. Yeah.
Please
This,
put down the link of that if you find it.
maybe I'll just find it again and put it in the group.
Uh-huh. Okay,
Manasa,
okay.
I have shared one link now. Can you check this is the one?
Okay, let me check. It's on the WhatsApp, right?
No, in the Teams.
Okay. No, this was not the one. There was one more by Size Space. Yeah, I found it. Let me ping that.
Just put down the. Manoj has given another link. That's okay. Just delete it.
Yeah, I have deleted just to avoid confusion. If she is sharing, no, then let it be.
Yeah, yeah. So are you recording the call, Manoj, or means anyone?
Yeah, yeah, I'm recording.
Just for curiosity. Okay, okay. That's done.
Okay, so the next step is there are many journals that are available. Okay, let me just ping this link. So this was the one where I was telling. Usually it has the formats for all the Science Direct ones, and it will just reformat to our desired one. And so the next step is to find the correct journal. So there are many journals available. So once we prepare our format, I mean abstract, so there is this journal finder. So that is where we can try to match our abstract, and it will give the recommended journal for us. So I've pasted the link in the chat. So this is the one. So here you can filter by the ones which, I mean, you can, there are filters where you can apply, and you can apply the ones which accepts early. Many will take more than 2 months and all. So I think there will be few where you can find like 3 weeks, 2 weeks and all. So once you find those, like you can visit those journal and see if it is free, or if it requires any charges and all. So that is one place. And you can also simply Google for Scopus low cost journals. So that mostly sometimes will show like the Indian publications, but at least our professor told us not to like go for those like this IJSR and all, because they are not scopused and indexed. It's just there in the market. I mean, if we just pay some minimal amount, they will just publish it. But there are many on Science Direct and all, which you can where you can apply. And there was one journal which was of little less cost, but also at the same time, which we found, I mean, it accepts all modules and all topics also. That was Scopus indexed as well, and it was a little low cost. It was taking around, I mean, it was charging around 6,000 INR once the paper is reviewed and submitted. I mean, so all the papers, first step is they, once we upload, once we format it and upload it, there is this review process that happens. So once the review process
Just a
happens, we'll
second, I
get,
have some
yeah.
doubt. Yeah, so for the website that you pasted over here, so we have to upload our journal, means paper over here, this journal finder elsewhere.com.
Just the abstract to find the relevant
Uh,
journal for us.
Manasa, can you share the screen and show? Maybe that will be better, no?
Sure, sure, okay.
Yeah, 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 just that will be fine.
Is it visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the journal finder website. So here you can put our abstract. For example, like this is my abstract. So I'll just upload it. I mean, just put it there. So when we do find journals, so these are all the journals where we can, which is relevant to my abstract and where it will accept. So here was the place that I was studying. So first time decision, if you see, first time decision here itself for the first journal takes 14 weeks. I mean, it is too long for us, and acceptance rate is good here. It is 25%, and impact factor is 8.5, which is also good. And here, if you notice, the open access is charging this price, and publication without, I mean, without subscription means it is free, which means like in this journal, if somebody wants to read our paper, I mean, if we go with the free publication, they'll have to be a member to read. Else, if we want to make it publicly available, then this amount needs to be paid once our article is, I mean, the journal is accepted. So here most of it, if we see, like will be 3 weeks. I mean, usually it's more only. I mean, 5 weeks and all. So it's better to choose journals which gives first decision within 2 weeks. So once, so that we have time to again revisit and do the changes and all. So that was the one. So here we can adjust for the first time decision, and look for it. And if we keep modifying our abstract a little bit, the journal suggestions varies. So all these are indexed and peer reviewed, which means in all these places, if we publish, it's a good scope for us. So the other thing that I was telling was this low scopus journals. These are the ones. Here it's not like peer reviewed and all, so it just gets accepted within a week and all. Once the acceptance is done for publishing, we'll have to pay the amount. So any questions over here for the journal finder? So once we find the journal, suppose we decide that we'll go with this decision support systems, because the time is like 2 weeks, and then if we just go to the same journal, the format and all will be here itself, like under publish. So we have this guide for authors. So if we go into that, some of the journals will also have a template within, but some will have a detailed steps of how the paper should be structured, what all sections to be there and all. So it's slightly varies from the IEEE ones, but more or less the base is the same. All the same headlines will be there. Maybe the fonts, the way they want and all will be different. And one more thing is, once we decide that we want to go with this, along with our along with our research paper, some of it will ask details of the manual script, the titles and all. Maybe I'll also just quickly show you. I had prepared for one of the journal, so it was asking for conflict of interest and all. So all this is readily available in their website. So we'll have to like fill in all these details and make sure that we are not doing any copyrights and all. And some will also ask for this title page details, so that will require the details of the manual script, authors and all those. And few will also ask the author biography and all. So this templates varies from one journal to other journal. So it will all be listed under this section, uh, where we can find the details and all. So this is in general about Scopus Index. For non-Scopus Index, it is a little straightforward. I mean, if you just visit their website and if you just, submit, it gets accepted also easily. It's not a big thing. The other journal that I was talking of, let me quickly open that. This was actually suggested by our professor, the Scope Journal. So this is also an index journal, and they give decision in a very fast time. And the good part is it accepts journals from all the areas, and it claims that the first review happens in 15 days itself. So so we can try to submit it. I mean, I'll paste it over here. This was one place where I had also sent mine, and I'm still awaiting for the review to happen. And there are few on Science Direct.
So what is the major difference between index journal and non-index journal?
So index journal, if we publish, it will have more value, and it's like it gets cited by others also. So cited
Oh,
meaning when we put this references and all, it will
cited
add to
understood.
our this thing,
Hmm,
right? So
hmm.
this non-index journal, they claim that it is cited, it will get cited, but it's all like just for money and all. It doesn't really happen. So Scopus journals are those which are like very good. I mean, which happen. I mean, all the publications are reviewed properly by peers, and then it is published. So in the Springer also there are many journals that we can find off, which is low cost and also which gives acceptance rate in quite a good time. So this way, I mean, like we can just look for journals and publish. So yeah, that's all I had. Like maybe if you have any questions, you guys can ask.
Yeah, and Manasa, we have the Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 thing in the Scopus also, right?
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct. Let me
So
show that. Okay, maybe it's not here, but Q1, Q2, all those journals are very good, like first quartile journals and all. Manoj, do you have the link? I don't have it bookmarked. I'll need to drill down to the chat and see where it is.
no, I don't have actually. Let's welcome Chandan Bhai also. He has published, I think, 30, 40 research papers and is having 8 patents. Chandan Bhai.
Yes.
Hello,
Hi,
Chandan.
hi, Manoj bhai, hi, Manasa.
Hi, bye.
Hi,
So,
Chandan. Thank you for all the initial insights that you had given me.
so
Thanks a
actually,
lot
it is very.
for coming in actually.
I was excited in the sense. So basically, I am from a very core R&D background. Okay, so nowadays it is very difficult to see R&D people. I mean, people are the most oriented about career and CTC packages. Obviously, we understand that is important in life, but R&D is a different kind of thing, a different kind of mindset altogether. So when I see people are excited, people are showing interest, so I also feel excited. That is the primary reason I joined it. But yes, you have provided a lot of information. So I mean, that's a good start. And I am not here for specific inputs or any query. Just I wanted to listen how people are going on and things are going on. But definitely one thing you have said. See, actually, initially papers are kind of byproduct. All we know, the actual product is our work, and eventually a good work can release tens of papers, twenties of papers. In academic area, all we know, there are lot of people, lot of professors. They just focus to number of papers and numbers. So just changing the title, changing the abstract, changing the materials, uh, we can publish a lot of papers. And in fact, all the assignment we have done, I mean, roughly we have done around 15, 16 assignments, right? Including from semester 1 to semester 3 and 4. So all those assignments can be converted to good papers. Just for information, we initiated, but a lack of time and interest and everything, nothing happened. But all the papers, all the assignments, if if the work is slightly new, slightly individual work, those can be converted to papers. But we never thought from semester 1. Eventually, when the dissertation came, a lot of people got interested. Okay, I need to publish paper. But in general, that is not the way it works. But okay, fine. So we are also trying to induce people that okay, whatever you have done, this is the way we can write it slightly in different pattern and different format, and it could be converted to a paper. But definitely we are not having such kind of time and dedicated time particularly, so it did not come out properly. uh, but yes, at least it's a great motivation and people are doing it great, so that we are discussing between peers, and hopefully a lot of interesting things will come out. So Manoj bhai, whatever you said, definitely I will be there. If you wish to get it review, I'll be trying to put my inputs also, as well as for others also, at my best of my knowledge, although I'm not expert in all the fields.
Yeah, Chandan bhai, it's really we are really grateful for you to come here actually. You're supporting us and yeah, as you said, no, this innovative thinking and in the industry, we can do independent work and we can publish paper. That's a really very good motivation now. Maybe we
Yes.
can all get together and we can together we can put our names with your names and we can publish also, right?
No, no, you are very kind. That's why you're saying. But from my side, I was never interested for that because, as I said, knowing a good work itself is a great achievement.
Mm-hmm.
It
Exactly.
not necessary because see when I we used to discuss with you about your plan and your work, it was you are doing a very exciting work. So knowing that work that people are thinking on that direction and something is coming out, something good is coming out, that itself is a it is 20 30 times better than reading an article in Medium or in LinkedIn blog or somewhere. Is much better because it is practically proven and tested and somebody is deliberating that path. So uh, how to there are few things what to be presented and how to be presented. I'm not talking physical presentation, I'm talking through a paper or through a write up. That is something a lot of people may need a basic push and basic motivation. If they get it, then easily they can convert all of their work into a nice papers. And interestingly, that field is not tremendously exploited. And because it is not exploited, there are opportunities. Because nowadays, industry is not anymore typical coding or deliberation kind of thing. Now things are diversing a lot. So they're expecting exposure, they're expecting global acceptance and recognition kind of thing. So it is always great that if we can adopt those practices, and it is not a tough thing. It is much easier than assignment task.
Yeah.
So just we need a little push.
Exactly. Yeah. Actually, I'm so super excited for hearing from you all this, and I think
No,
we should get to that. Actually, I'm thankful for Sunrit again because he initiated even if I had started, but he initiated this one. Thanks
right.
Sunrit for coming in. Actually, yeah.
It's all just collaboration and means sharing of knowledge amongst each other.
And
Yes, yes.
Chandan bhai, let me introduce Sunrit. He, in the first semester, he was super excited in taking the sessions. Almost every 2 3 days per week, he was taking sessions. It was
That
really
is
nice
great.
that time. So many people were 30, 40, 50 people were joining the call.
That is great. That is really great. And I don't think in many batches it become feasible. I think your batch is kind of extraordinary batch, and it's a tremendous. I mean, I need not to say, but it is a tremendous synchronization. So
So
if
many
you
nice
if
people were there.
yes, and I have observed one thing. It is not about so many nice people. What I've observed mostly, some nice people made, some nice people induced others to become nice. That is most effective. In all the batches, there are few nice people always there, but nobody took that pain. Nobody took that initiative that we can induce other people that okay, come forward and say openly, boss, I don't know. Here, nobody is ready to say. All people are try to showcase. Yes, I know a lot of things, but nobody is ready to say I don't know, boss. Please educate me something. I am from different domain. So that is a very nice thing and very collaborative. I mean, your repository, your things, that is remarkable.
No, actually, it started with Pratiksha. No, she shared the whole seniors repository, and she was
Okay.
taking sessions every day, 3 to 3:30. And then what
Wow.
happened is that time I am in the transport. I am in the bus actually, so I cannot
Okay.
join properly. And then there is one guy, Samba Shiva Rao. So he was saying, "Can we meet in the evening?" And he was taking the sessions for several weeks for many subjects, and I was super excited at his knowledge and dedication and all. And then that way started actually. So these
That
two
is
guys
great.
were the instrumental in initially. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That was really exciting.
Yeah, so that's what so many nice people and nice collaboration, and when like 2 3 people come together, no, the energy is really big. Even it's
Yes,
much
that is.
better, right?
Yes. That is absolutely correct. And eventually, see, we also started. I mean, long back after SEM 2, SEM 3, but it did not become so big. the way that way you are able to create that bigger platform. So eventually what happens, we immediately decide, okay, let us meet in 15 minutes. So all people used to come, and four people used to come, and they start discussion. And many times we record, many times we do not record, and but it did not grow after a certain time. So it became small. But anyway, so you this research area and this paper publication. So paper publication is the first motivation to us towards research, and that is great. I don't know, not may not be all the people will be motivated equally to pursue in this direction, but still it is very exciting. The,
Yeah. Actually,
the
Chandan bhai, actually, we need some guidance. That's why the most important part. And even I am stuck. Actually, Manasa started. Manasa and me are in the same evaluator, and evaluator
okay,
gave me so many inputs to do. So I recorded
right,
whatever he told, and I sent to Manasa for that, and I sent it to some other few friends also. But Manasa, no, she took it seriously, and she already sent to many journals. So I was super excited. I have not done a single thing yet. I have to do before. Monday is my Viva. So yeah, it
yes.
was really nice motivation. Chandan bhai, where you publish so many papers, so how you were? Is it in Scopus or Springer or where? I just wanted to know those IEEE or where you were doing.
Okay, there are a few basic steps. Number one, first you need to get some confidence about quality of your paper. How will you get that? That is a very first footstep, that what you have done, how much value it is carrying. Now that you can get it few close peers, that may be senior, that may be friends, or that may be your industry leaders, anywhere. You will get some confidence. If you think, okay, that is an average quality, I'm getting mixed feedback, some good, some bad, or some are doing just formality. If you feel like that, then don't try for journals. You try for conferences. I'm saying conferences means, in India there are a lot of conferences. These educational institutions, they carry out a lot of conferences almost every year. And those conferences, only thing is, it is a paid base, not a huge money, but only 4,000, 5,000. And after this thing, they usually put it in IEEE or Springer kind of indexed journals. Okay, so now those journals are not dedicated journals; those are conference link journals. Okay, those are, I have said, this is a medium class publication. It is not a very tough. It is not very easy. Those are peer reviewed. Those are indexed. So you will get a medium weightage, and that is comparatively much easier. If you are not having, but it takes the negative side. It takes some time. You have to wait 2 to 3 months. That is a big bottleneck for us. Many of us, I understand. So if you cannot do that, then the second option is, fastest route is that less peer reviewed or non peer reviewed journals, just like we know, right? XVR kind of things. So there are a lot of unbranded, a lot of second class, third class journals, publications are there, which you can publish in 2 to 3 weeks or 1.5 months kind of period of time. Those many times those are not peer reviewed, but those are damn easy to publish if paper publishing is the only the motto. Third thing, I must appreciate what Manasa is trying. If you can try to submit your paper to Q1 or Q2 listed journals, those are damn complex. But if those are accepted, it usually takes 2 to 6 months, or maybe more than that time, some period, sometime. Now, if those are accepted, then it is really a great publication, and you will be getting a lot of citations in future. So, I mean, you'll be loving after 5 years or 6 years when some people will be citing your paper, you will be getting a notification that your paper has been cited by this fellow, that fellow. You will be feeling nice. But that is a long lasting reward. But it also takes a lot of pain. Many of my papers were rejected from journals because of less references, or not enough supporting documents, because of many reasons. So, but it is good to explore what Manasa is doing. So if you feel that you have done a great thing and you are getting a lot of feedback, so you must try that option. But keep it in mind that it may take a lot of time. That is a thing.
Yeah,
It would
that's
may take
so.
more than.
Yeah,
Yes, because it goes many rounds of iterations and many round of interviews, and many times you will be getting direct mail or direct communication from the reviewer also, that okay, explain this detail, which may not be a part of the paper, but to justify your study or justify your work, that yes, this work has been done and this work has been done by me. Many aspects are there, so this kind of communication may happen. Okay, but now to start, I mean, if you are familiar in this world, I mean, if you have published few papers, then you will be automatically understanding. But initially, at the very beginning, if you feel that okay, it is tremendously complex, then rather than motivation, it is quite easy to get demotivated.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I have one question. Means once we means get this paper accepted, do we need
Yes.
to present it somewhere in front of any audience, or how is the
Yes.
process?
Yes. Now, usually it was the process, but after COVID, lot of things have changed. Now, people are accepting a hybrid mode also. Okay.
Okay.
So just if I think 12th March was deadline one paper that was happening in some college in Delhi. So they were accepting, and they suggested that they said that accepted papers will be presented papers will be published in Springer, probably Springer. But they were accepting hybrid presentation. Hybrid modes means you can record your presentation and you can send by mail. Now, usually those are mentioned at the time of advertisement, where you are when you are submitting the paper to a conference or to institution. Usually those are mentioned. Now, I I think although the 12th was deadline, but I can forward that link also. There are many such kind of presentations working on, going on. So you can have a try. They may be a little quick if they accept this thing. Okay.
Yeah. Similarly, one is happening. I already shared that one. No? That our
Yeah,
bits
by
one,
bits.
right?
Yeah,
Bits.
correct.
Okay.
I shared the.
Beats. Okay. So why? Okay. Beats. You can try that one also.
Can
Okay.
you see this one? Yeah.
Okay. Now it is still a little bit costly, but still, oh, okay. Why bits will be little bit challenging? The reason I'm telling you, as bits is a institutional organization, and there are a lot of it is a good institution comparatively, so there will be a lot of submissions. So the ratio of acceptance will be slightly less. Okay, it is a general general opinion, right? Don't take it seriously. It is my personal observation. If you want to submit here, the possibility of acceptance, how it will be on that context. Okay.
Yeah. So this one is similar to, but this is not hybrid. I think you have to be present there, right?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm forwarding one link. It is an image, so I'll be forwarding. Let me see if I can forward it right now. Okay, I'm just forwarded. Copy. Hey, I was mentioning to Sagar Bhai, right?
So
AI,
from Anil Sagar, right?
correct. Let me resend it, removing it, the name of Sagar Bhai.
Sagar bhai. What? Who's that? Our Sagar. Okay.
The
Oh,
Sagar was,
he's
yes.
the one who came that day. Okay, okay. Now I could. Okay.
Okay, so he was our peer friend. So he is very excited for this thing. So usually he takes initiative. I say, I have few problems also. Few problems means organization point of view. I think sooner or later you must be aware. But there are a lot of limitations from organizations, so they may not, many times they do not accept this collaborative work. Okay, I mean it's just process, right? I mean a lot of NDA and all those kind of things. So many times you have may need to go alone or individual, or by changing your name from organization to your bits ID, like a student kind of thing. Okay, so here, this particular presentation, I just communicated with them. They were saying, so basically, this left side fellow, Dr. Anil Kumar Sagar. So he was colleague of my wife. So that's why I got to know what are the terms and conditions and everything. So he said that it may be hybrid, means we can send. We need not to go also. We just can send this paper, recorded video, and they may accept it. Now here the point is that already we are late, but still, if some of you are interested, they can try to communicate and they can send the paper, and chances of acceptance will be slightly more because it is not a very great college, and probably they may not get a lot of papers, good quality papers. Okay, so just you can try there. I think there are such kind of lot of presentations are might be going on. So just we need to be a little bit curious from the beginning of the dissertation, because in 3 to 4 months working in a project, getting the results from that project, and then publishing a paper, it is actually very tough thing. Usually the whole entire process, I mean, working in a field and then publishing a paper, it takes at least a year to get a good data or good result. But within 3 months, creating such kind of things, it is actually very tough. But still, we can try at least.
So this one, okay. So he is heading this one, or
No,
right?
I think he was not. It may not be heading. He was maybe one guest or one invitee for this conference. Okay,
Okay.
so you just, if you search by this name, whatever the name there says, uh, uh, name is there, right? ICA, ICSEs. Now, this kind of ICSEs, IJSEs, IPECSEs, a lot of things will be there. But what is most interesting that you see what is the end goal? Either the paper will be published in some index journal or not. See, here it is mentioned, and only eligible for submission, blah blah. It will be published on Springer kind of thing. At the bottom side, it is mentioned.
And the talk
Scroll
also
down.
jointly organized by Springer Germany,
Correct,
CCIS, right? And
correct, correct,
JNU, New Delhi. Okay.
correct. Here, if you see,
Mm-hmm. Approved by CCIS, Springer.
correct,
So at least three reviewers will be double blind reviewed and with at least three reviewers. And only accepted
correct,
papers that are presented during the conference will be eligible for submission. Okay. So only if they accept, then it will be eligible for the submission. And
correct,
Scopus,
correct,
ISI WOS, indexed Springer,
correct.
CCIS.
So either ACI, ACI, WS, or Scopus, somewhere it will be published. And usually, this kind of conferences, they do this kind of publishing. Otherwise, nobody will submit a paper. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Only to
Absolutely.
giving money and showcasing. So it is the chance. And in India, usually the prices are 2,000 to 5,000. That is the range. And on that time, you can actually collaborate with people. That, okay, boss, you are sitting in Delhi. Let me collaborate with you. I'll be putting your name. Your job is to go there and present there. Okay.
Okay.
if if physical presentation is required, or sometimes you feel, okay, it's a hybrid presentation, so we need not to go there physically, but we need to put money. Okay, let us collaborate, three four people will be putting their name, but you have to give me the uh, 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 registration fees. I think you will be getting a lot of people if it is required. I'm just
Yeah,
giving.
that's right. Because
Okay.
nothing to lose, no. Even if three, four people are
Yes.
put names, then
Yes.
nothing to lose, right?
Yes. Nothing to lose. Exactly. All will be getting equal benefits, right? And if you have made a single paper, that's why I was discussing. If you made a single paper, but you do not know whether it will be accepted or not,
Mm.
so many times they organization they ask for NDA, that okay, it has been not NDA, it's a kind of self acknowledgement kind of thing, that this paper has not been submitted anywhere else. Okay, they may ask such kind of things. So on that situation, what you can do, you can just change the title and the material slightly, abstract and the conclusion, and you can try, you can submit the same paper in 3 4 places. Okay, the same paper. And once it is accepted by something, you can reject or you can withdraw from other places. That is equal, you can do, and easily you can do.
So we cannot submit the same paper everywhere, no?
Yes,
It will
yes,
be
ideally.
separate.
Yes, correct, correct. You should, so three things you can change. Remaining things may be same. Title, abstract, and conclusion. Okay. Or if you ask the two things, the title and abstract, at least two things you should change, because usually white citation, white searching, but I mean that is a general guideline. But there is also, I have seen many people having the same paper published in multiple places. So, okay.
But maybe we can submit the same thing, and but we have to tell them to reject in case we are getting acceptance from
Yes,
one
yes,
place,
yes.
right? Yeah.
Always. You can always withdraw. Or you can conclude communication, or you can stop communication. So automatically they will understand. Or you can send a mail that I want to withdraw. They will withdraw it. It is not a
Oh,
problem.
okay. Oh, yeah. If you don't send, then it will not be published. No, unless we say right. Okay.
Correct. But one thing is that when you have paid the money, at some point of time you'll be paying the money, right? Once you have paid the money, then if it is accepted, then you will not stop. Okay, publish it. Go ahead. Okay. So whatever is needed, that whatever it is, either accepted or rejected, that doesn't matter. But you need to submit at as early as possible. Okay.
Okay. Right.
Now, most of many times you can see that immediately you may need not to submit the whole paper. You need to submit the abstract, and after few days they may ask for full uh, full paper. So at least you can float around these immediate initial documents, like initial parts like abstracts, and you can wait for a few time, and they will be asking to submit the full paper. Then you can submit. So don't wait for a long. That once my paper is ready, then only I'll be publishing. So it is better prepare in mind. I think already you have crossed that time. I am just saying. I don't know, that part is over. So now your paper is also ready. You are ready. So this is one link. Why I'm saying so, because it is already March. It's already 22, but you can have a try, so that they are at final stage, so they may accept your paper, and you may get everything very quickly. Okay.
Right.
So this one we have to like virtually present, right?
Yes,
Whatever
virtually
we.
means you, I think you may record it and you can send them.
Okay.
Okay, record your presentation. That is much easier than virtually present. You can record any point of time, you can
So
mail
what
them.
all they expect while we record?
No, it is just like you prepare your whole work. I mean, in a typical format. Typical format means what is the background, what is your work, and what is the conclusion. These are three things they expect. And instead of presenting there, you can present at your home and record it, and you can send it. So the format of presentation will remain same. Sometimes what they do, sometimes not always, they before the presentation they send a slide or template of the slide, that okay, you present your study into this template, so that the logo and everything they can keep with the presentation. But that is not mandatory. But usually this is typical three parts are expected in a presentation. That the motivation, why did you do this, then the background, then your work, and then the conclusion. The similar style, I mean similar pattern, usually we keep it in paper body, right? The same thing. And then acknowledgement and all those things are just extra things you can mention. So usually they also mention that time period, 15 minutes. So normally it is 10 to 30 minutes, but average time is 15 minutes they ask. And you on that 15 minutes, I mean there is a scope of limit deviation also. It is not very restricted. So you can go with a slide demo, you can go with a interactive things kind of thing, that okay, my work I want to present not in terms of result, but in terms of how it works. So that thing also you can bring into presentation. And then in physical site, when physically we are going, we are not it is very difficult to give a live demonstration. So but in hybrid it is always easy, that our environment and everything's are ready. But they do not expect a live demonstration kind of thing. Just I'm giving possibility, if possibility, that if you want to change the course of your presentation, that you can do easily. But otherwise it is usually your work means your result of your work, and what are the problems you faced during this development process. and then the conclusion and your plan and way forward kind of thing.
So yeah, so
It's usually correspond. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just asking. It's usually corresponding author only recording the video demo thing, right? It's not that all the authors have to talk.
Correct. Any one also is okay. So it is basically
Okay.
one co-author of your team. They can record and they can present. Need not to have all the faces and all the names. Names will be there at the front page, but
Mm-hmm.
need not to present by many people.
Okay.
so Chandan
Actually,
bhai,
it
it's
happens. uh,
sorry.
Actually, it happens. See, when in the paper presentation also, many people we cannot go. So, for example, foreign paper presentation, usually from the organizer also, we used to send only one person. That only one person is allowed. Now you decide in your team who will be that person who will be going there and present there. Okay, so it is lucky and unlucky both. So here also the same thing. They do not expect all people will be coming and present the paper. So only one people of one co-author of many co-authors, he can present and he can represent the whole team. Yes, Manoj bhai.
Yeah. So by this presentation you mentioned, no, it is starting with uh, just
Starting, yeah, see introduction. There are multiple way of introduction. Introduction, may you can start with why did you start this work? What is the importance of the work? What is the impact of this work? So just like an extended version of your abstract, what you have written. Okay, so your work maybe only to enhancement of scientific research. It can also contribute to the industrial uses or human life or education system. So it can be just like abstract what you have written. It is the same thing in introduction. It will be coming. So it's basically the motivation of the work, and then the background. What are the things happened before you, or what is the current status? How many what people have done already, what they have tried, what are the problems there. So those will be complementing your first paragraph. First paragraph means that your motivation of this work, and then what you have done, and then what are the things left. So usually that is a way forward, and that is the indication that in next paper will be linked with this. So in your next paper you can cite your own paper, that okay, this I have done, and this is my next work. And that is a very nice style. When you think that your work has is actually very long a lot, then you can divide your work into multiple parts and you can publish a series of papers. So many assignment we have done, for example, they have asked for three model comparison, four models comparison. So what you can do, what our people can do, they one model each one paper. That is also a practice, right? And people follow. I'm just sharing this information. So in first paper I'll be publishing one model, in second. So eventually, see, we are providing the TAs and bits a tremendous amount of knowledge resource. Your work, right? It is not only marks we are getting; we are giving back much more than marks. Uh, but this is the way it works. We can't do anything.
So Chandan bhai, if we submit here, we have to pay, but it's not sure that it will be published in the Springer, right? Only then when they accept, it will be published, right?
Okay, so usually all the accepted papers are published, most of the accepted papers. So once it is accepted, then only you will be asked to pay. Okay. Same time, you can get a confirmation that what is the acceptance value or acceptance score. Many times they share, many times they do not share. But you can explicitly ask that I'll be registering if you only publish to this Springer kind of thing. And if you have any condition, let me know upfront. Either I need to go physically, or I can share this thing, or without presentation also you can submit or you can publish. So you can ask those things, and they will be sharing the details. Okay, your paper has been accepted in a good quality, or it has been reviewed with all good score, or out of 5 you got 4.5 kind of thing. So what happens when they send for peer review? All the reviewers are given 5 or 6 sections to fill. Okay. So why I'm saying so, because I was a part of many reviews committees and all those things. So So they will give, 4 or 5 different sections that regarding this paper, you put your comments into these 5 sections. So these 5 sections varies from these various different conferences. Now it can indicate novelty, it can indicate, the drafting quality, it can indicate the background work, it can indicate the relevance. A lot of things are there. So 4 or 5 different fields will be there, and each field will have, a scoring level. Let's say 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 kind of thing. Now, when reviewers, I am reviewing your paper, for example, and I am submitting all those kind of details, so automatically you will be getting a score. Now, many times those scores are just forwarded to you as it is. That okay, this has been received from this reviewer, and you can improve those segments, and you can resubmit. That provision is also given. Sometimes when it is accepted, then also you are also given that you have been received this kind of scores, and looking at the score, you will be getting a confidence either it is poorly accepted or strongly accepted. Okay. Now, whatever it is, poorly, strongly, that doesn't matter. Whenever you will be getting such kind of comment, you can ask that what is the possibility of publishing, or how much time it will be taking. Do I need to do any kind of follow up, or is there any change to change the template? These kind of things you can ask, and they will be giving a concrete answer that yes, it is okay, or we are going to publish, or this thing, that thing, and you can take a decision. Okay.
That's good. Yeah.
Right, right. So that is the thing, is that this iteration, you have to go either sooner or later. You'll, until unless you are not rejected, you will not be knowing why not to be rejected.
Yeah. You have a good experience. So much of
Yes, yes.
so
There is there is
patent
there
and
is
this
no,
is
there
for
is no reason.
research paper
Yeah.
is still okay, but for patent, how much no you had to write?
Uh, that is also equally easy.
Okay.
That is the reason now recently I am only engaged with patents because I'm not getting any time after that. So someday we can discuss also. I mean, what are the things to? I mean, what is patentable, what is not patentable, what are the things to consider for patenting, and what are the indicators that how can we judge that your work is patentable or not? So
Oh,
at least within that boundary we can discuss sometime,
exactly. Yeah,
right?
that's right.
So
Mm.
for many people, so probably you have already done, or you are working with many patentable areas, and believe me, if you are if you think for one patent, it can give at least 10 papers out of it.
Wow.
Okay. So, and the point is that if you have done for one patent, the materials you will be generating, those will be long lasting material. Means today, suppose you are preparing for patent, after 2 years or 3 years also you can publish paper, and those materials will be equally important on that time. Okay. So that is the thing. So let's hope, hopefully a lot of people will be interested for research at least.
Right, right, yeah. So, yeah, Sunrit and Manasa, Sanath, any questions? I think we are going to end it in a
Yeah,
few
yeah,
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
no questions actually.
Just a short question from my side, just before we wrap up. So, what is the easiest way and least time-consuming way to publish a paper? Means, forget about the quality and means for a initial start. Means, what is the easiest and least time-consuming way? Just summarize this so that I can take it forward.
Oh, actually,
Okay,
do you really want to go for a bad journal? That is first question. That is because as Chandan bhai told, no, if you can go for a conference, that would give you at least a medium. Then what
correct.
happens
Mhm.
is there is like 2000, 3000 things like Manasa was saying, no, some websites she showed where you can pay and get it published, but that's not
Correct.
going to give. Nobody will recognize your work also if that's the point actually.
Means that is of means completely no value then.
Yeah, no
Means,
value. Yeah,
it-
yeah.
No value then.
Maybe Chandan Bhai
No,
can
Complete.
explain that one. Yeah.
no. So see, actually, everything started from the fundamental question: why do you publish a paper? Why do you want to publish a paper? Right. Now, many times it is a compulsion because of many reasons. Maybe organization is expecting, or your until unless you are not publishing a paper, you will not be scored. You will not be getting that score. For example, just I'm telling possibilities. So those are the motivation. Why do you want to publish a paper? And based on that requirement, you can decide the quality of paper. For example, you if you think, okay, boss, I never like it. What is there in publishing a paper? And I will not going to get any monetary benefits, or any it is not going to impact my career. On that time, you just need to publish a paper only to do certain formality, because it is the need of this course, or it is need of something else. On that time, you can still publish, right? It is a
Yeah.
digital media. Still it has some value. It is not like it has no value, because it is a content somebody is preserving on behalf of you, and that repository will be publicly available, and anybody, when they're searching, they may get it. If it is a good paper, lot of people will be getting it. If it is a bad paper, nobody will get it, but still it is there somewhere in the repository, and you can mention in your career, or whenever it is required, after 2 years or 5 years, 10 years, that see, I have published a paper, it is written there. So it is some value, not no value. But
Yeah, yeah, that's specifically non-indexed journals I was.
correct. So
At
people will
least,
not get it. Yes.
yeah, at least it should come in the Google Scholar, right, Chandan Bhai?
No. Ninety
Even
percent
scholar.
people, not even scholar. 90% people do. 90% paper do not come in Google Scholar also.
Oh God. Okay.
Right. So don't see when it will be coming on Google Scholar. Wherever you have published, if the paper has been cited by at least 100 200 people, then only it will come at front.
Oh,
If the
okay.
people are not citing, if people are not citing, it will come nowhere, boss. Even if you publish in a journal, good journal, ACM or CSI or Springer, it will never come in Google Scholar.
Okay.
Only citation will be making your paper popular. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's
And
really
initially,
interesting.
and
Okay.
initially,
That,
yes, right. Because see, there are millions of paper being published in a year. And
mm,
those every year those things are accumulated. So how Google Scholar also, it is just a search repository, and based on citation, it will give the result.
Yeah.
mm.
Okay.
One second. Actually, this going. It may end. So, are we going to meet again, or in case it ends, Sunrit or Manasa, you have any?
No, I think I'm good. Maybe like one more, once, sometime when Chandan Bhai is free, right? We can have about patents and see
Yeah.
and understand like what is needed.
I'm good for now. I'm
Yeah.
good
Sure.
for now. Means most probably we can take it offline if anything is required and do it in the chat section. So anyway,
Yeah, we'll
in,
meet again. Yeah, I think we will meet again because so many information we can get from Chandan Bhai, and also I am
yeah,
looking
yeah.
for more research papers and patents. I don't know how will it happen, but Chandan Bhai is there, then definitely we can go ahead.
That's great. That's great, Manoj bhai. That is great. That is
And
great.
also,
Still, there are a lot of scopes.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm also interested. So we'll all
Yes,
meet up.
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
and
Because
maybe
it,
our evaluator, no, Dr. Pankaj, he is much excited to have more research papers, and he's having 5 patents, so maybe he's also interested in patents. So something we can make it up. If you all are there,
sure.
then definitely we can go ahead with this. It was really nice that I can you came in this meet actually, Chandan Bhai. Really.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for helping
Thank you.
us. I mean,
Just
supporting in this one.
uh,
Yeah.
keep this group alive. Means even means, once we are done with the MTech and all, also means keep this group
Yes.
alive for research paper. Then we can discuss. It's
Sure, sure.
whenever later on also we want to publish, like Chandan bhai mentioned one source where we can publish, like he shared the picture, we can share more in future
Correct.
wherever we get the information and news, and we can
You okay? Right. One last suggestion before we complete. You just register some this platform kind of thing like EDAS. EDAS is one of the oldest things, so I am registered with EDAS. So you will be getting all the relevant conferences happening in India as well as abroad. So you need not to explicitly search. Every month you'll be getting 10, 20, 30, or maybe more if you indicate the multiple areas of your interest. So you'll be getting notified about, you'll be notified regarding all the conferences